So at the beginning of every year, I always say, almost ad nauseum right now, that Q4 is just around the corner. A lot of people know that, but a lot of people that are new to Lego investing, they really don't realize that until September, and then they're like, oh, it really was just around the corner. Well, guess what? We are a few weeks away from January, and Q4 2025 is just around the corner. Hello everybody, and welcome to the Wolf for Bricks YouTube channel. If you haven't done it already, please go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. It really helps us out. And I took some extra time preparing this video, so if you wanted to be extra generous, go ahead and write thanks in the comments section below. So let's get into it. So the 2025 retirement list. This is a tool, and I've said this many times in the past. There's a verse in the Bible that says Lego resellers cannot live off retirement lists alone. But for some reason, a lot of people like to grab that retirement list at the beginning of the year or before the year even starts, and they want to see what's on it. In this presentation, I put together 10 themes that will be retiring at the end of 2025. Sure, there are a lot more, but I'm going to be honest. I'm probably not going to purchase any Lego sets that are outside of these 10 slides unless it's Black Friday 2025 and there's that one set that I thought about purchasing but I never was going to. But guess what? It's 50% off now, so I might as well pull the trigger on it. That would be the only exception. First up, we have architecture. This is pretty cut and dry, folks. As I've said many times, and for the few people that may be new to this channel, I cut my teeth with architecture. Architecture was where I was going the first 5 years of my Lego reselling journey. And I'm going to be honest, as the next few years will be coming up, I think I'm just going to solely go back to architecture. I am in a different stage of my reselling career where my goal is to no longer get to my first 100,000 as quickly as possible. I already did that. I already did that times 9. I will certainly hit my $1 million worth of sales next year. It'll probably be around the beginning of Q4 2025. These sets, if you do your due diligence, I champion architecture. All of these sets are clear winners. Brickheadz, right? So Brickheadz is kind of where my heart is to a point. Over the last couple years, I like them because they're only at Lego Shop at Home, they're only at the Lego store, but once you reach your limit of 5 or whatever, you gotta find a Lego store manager that will let you do the arm sweep off the Lego shelf. But here's the thing, not all Brickheadz are created equal. There are some better than others. This is not a Brickheadz set that I would buy, the Potted Groot, but I know a lot of other resellers that really, really like this set. Stitch, I've never seen Lilo and Stitch, so back off. But I don't plan on buying a Stitch. Commander Cody, I'll probably pick up a couple. There's lots of good things out there. I'll definitely stay away from Captain America and the Red Hulk because Marvel sucks. But you may have a set like the Wednesday Brickhead set that I'm intrigued by. I may not necessarily purchase it, but I will take a look at it. I definitely think that there is opportunity here on the Brickheadz themes, and as we get closer to the end of 2025, I know pretty much where I will be and what my inventory will look like. Creator. Now, again, this is a theme that I will cherry pick from. I know some people, I don't know a lot of people, but I know some people, I mean, this is the heart and soul of their reselling inventory. And I always find that intriguing because that's not necessarily something that I always go to. I may go ahead and I may look at the Yellow Taxi. I may go ahead and look at the Space Roller Coaster. Maybe even the pirate ship, but and it all depends what price, right? If you're able to get some of these sets for 30 or 40% off, sure, that's definitely key. But this is something that I will cherry pick, but I'm not going to go into it as much as some of the resellers that I know. Icons, again, I know a lot of people that are into icons. I'm not gonna lie, I think that Kingfisher is fire. The Jazz Club, that's potentially a really hot set. Succulents, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to touch it. And I am a fan of botanicals. Everyone is awesome is always on a retirement list, but they keep on pushing it back. This is a set that I specifically did a entire video of. This is a video that I championed just because of its uniqueness. And that's pretty much it. And I do think that there will be a strong market for it after it retires. The Lion's Knight Castle is something I have my eye on too. I don't own it yet. And here's the deal. I'm probably, if I pick it up, I'm definitely going to pick it up. The question is, am I going to pick up 1 or 5? If I do pick up 5, I'm definitely not going to go past that. And the Vespa, there was a lot of fanfare around that Vespa whenever it came out. And again, if you're able to get that for 20% off, I definitely think that that's a good one. Ideas. How can you not love ideas? As well, unless your name is the Motorized Lighthouse. I think it's an awesome set, but I think it's way overpriced. My buddy Mark over at Brick Foundation did an entire video on why he thought that set should not have been overpriced, and I agree with him. Disney Hocus Pocus, I already own some of that. The Viking Village, I don't own, but I will probably pick up sometime soon. And I might I'll take a look at the insect collection. I'm not entirely sure about that. I really haven't done a lot of due diligence in that one just yet. Ninjago, we have so many Ninjago sets retiring. I don't have enough room to put a Ninjago graphic on here. So here's the deal about Ninjago. And for the followers out there that have been watching me for a very long time, thank you, I appreciate it. You know how I feel about Ninjago. Unfortunately, Ninjago is one of those themes that I just do drive-bys on. And what I mean by that is I will look at the dragons, and I will look at dragons that are at least $50, hopefully more than $50, like $70, and I will wait until they are just clearance out. And then it will be off to the races, and I will scoop up as many as I possibly can. And I've done quite well with that strategy. So do your due diligence, find the dragons that are retiring that are at least 50% off and you're able to get a good discount on, and you're going to make money every single time. Sonic. So there is a YouTuber out there that all of us know, and he and I are friends. We've chatted a lot. May have even been a special guest at one of our VIP group chats. We have the link down below if that's something that you're interested in becoming a VIP member with. He said, and I definitely think that there is an argument to be made. He said that video game sets do not do well, and that's not something he's interested in. I agree with that to a point. I definitely think that there is a place and a market out there for Brickhead sets that are retiring that are video games. And I also think that there are some unique sets out there that have the potential to do really well. That specifically are, and we'll take this as an example, if you're able to find a Lego set with the minifigure Sonic and Tails in it, I think that that's going to be very attractive to consumers post-retirement. I've talked about in the past, whenever you're looking at Toy Story sets to purchase, whenever there was that Toy Story movie, and they have another one coming out in the next couple of years, I think, you want to go after those sets that have Woody and Buzz in it. You don't want to have the set that just has Woody and an ancillary character and Buzz Lightyear and another ancillary character. You want to get them both in there, right? So that's something that whenever I'm looking at potentially buying a Sonic set, I would go into. Speed Champions. Now here's the deal. Again, for those of you that have been following me for a while, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Speed Champions and Minecraft, but things have changed. I used to love Speed Champions, and then I was like, for the foreseeable future, I will not touch Speed Champions. And guess what? I'm starting to like Speed Champions again. I'm actually doing really well. There are, I think it's the Corvette set, the set that wouldn't die. Remember how that was out? You know, I think till April, maybe even May. I don't know if it was that far out past retirement, and I would be getting text messages from my reselling friends that are like, when is this set going to die? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I got a pallet of them myself, and But the Speed Champions are doing well, and so I'm a lot more optimistic about Speed Champions now. Not so much Minecraft. But if you're a Lego reseller and you're saying to yourself, Speed Champions might be out of my comfort zone because I've never purchased these sets before, you know, this is something that you may want to have a little bit of courage on and try out. There are a lot of great sets. I always recommend playing the field whenever it comes to that. Instead of purchasing 50 of one set, you could just buy 5 of 10 sets. I think there's less than 10 here, but you know what I mean. Buy 8 of the 8 sets or 7 sets that are retiring, and see how you feel about it. But there are, if I had to guess, the Audi's probably my favorite one, but they're all good. And if I do decide to go back into Speed Champions hard, I will definitely be playing the field. Star Wars, my friends, again, no graphics. I apologize about the black and white. And again, I'm just saying this respectfully and humbly. This took a little bit longer than normal, so if you wanted to be extra generous and say thanks in the comment section, please do so. If not, no worries, I'll still like you. Here's the thing with Star Wars, man. For the longest time, I didn't want to talk about Star Wars, and then I got into Star Wars, and I'm kind of, I don't want to say you can't make money off of Star Wars, because you definitely can, especially with the battle packs, but I think I'm going to start to step away. If I had to guess what a winner would be, I would probably go with the Ghost. Now, I know that's a kind of a controversial set, but if I had a limited budget, I would probably go with some of the middies. And even if I didn't have a limited budget, I would probably still go with the middies. There are definitely some good sets out there, and there will be a lot of these that will get a premium to it 1 to 2 years after they retire. Technic. Now let's talk about Technic, folks. In my opinion, Technic is a theme that is not appreciated as much as some of the other themes whenever it comes to resellers, right? And there was a time when people used to make serious money off of Technic whenever there was that one online store that was overseas. I forget, they were having like 40-50% off on Technic sets, and now they don't sell to Americans anymore because people are box snobs. People kept on complaining about the boxes and a little bit of a piece of damage to a box, and so they said, you know what, we're just not going to allow Americans to order it anymore, which is unfortunate. But there are a lot of good Technic sets. I'm a fan of some of the John Deere sets. We have the Forge Harvester. I need to look at that. I am a fan of some of the John Deere sets, but at the end of the day, collectability is key too. So I would probably, depending on what the discount is, I would probably get my hands on that. The Ferrari Daytona, that monster, I have some over there. I don't have a lot because they're expensive, but I do have some over there. The Yamaha, if you do, here's the deal. If you want to get into Technic, do some due diligence. Break out an Excel spreadsheet and just go over the Technic motorcycles. Right? That, if you just do that, and it shouldn't take you that long. It should take you like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. It's pretty interesting what those looks like. The heavy duty bulldozer, I'm always a fan of bulldozers. But again, this, in my opinion, is a theme that is underappreciated by resellers. And I definitely think that there is money to be made. So that's it. That's 10 themes that are retiring at the end of 2025. Were there any themes I missed that you would have liked to have seen? I didn't put Disney in there, right? And I'm going to be honest, unless there's that one fire set that's at a discount, unless the discount is really good, I'm probably not going to touch it. But that's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, my name is Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.